Welcome back to my channel, guys, and for today's video I'm still continuing the bring it back to the basics, and today we are going to be working on our eyebrows. I'm just going to show you my current eyebrow routine. I haven't really changed it up as much for quite some time now. I have done a couple eyebrow routines in the past, and let's just say that I've come a long way. In those videos, those current routines were used with brow pencils, and today I'm going to be showing you guys that I am now using a brow pomade, which if you guys have seen like some of my get ready with me's, I have been using brow pomades for quite some time now, but I haven't really been able to go over any of the whole brow situation at all. It's been a minute since I've actually sat down and discussed brows with you guys. I have already cleaned up my brows with tweezers. I like to trim my brows. I mean, some people, they don't prefer it. They just like the way that their brows are, but I got bushy brows and they get very untamed and just all over the place if I do not trim them and clean them up. I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution brow pomade. This one is in dark brown, and I'm applying the pomade with this Sonia Kashuk angled brush. I have dipped into this for quite some time now, and I have yet to hit pan in this pomade. That's one thing that I do love about the pomade. A little bit of it goes a long way, and you don't have to buy another one for almost another year. So like, I literally had my Anastasia brow pomade for the longest time, over a year, versus an Anastasia brow pencil. I usually have to buy one like every month, or usually had to buy a brow pencil almost every month and a half or so. And with the pomade, it lasts longer. I love the way it looks on my brows. As you can see, I have some hair there. I mean, it's not too bad, but right here I kind of have to create more of like a tail because it is kind of cut off, only because that's the way that I have my brows shaped. My brows kind of angle a little bit more down, and I don't like that look, especially for my eye set and the way that I like my brows shaped. They just look way better when I have them angled straight out. I'm just gonna go in here, dip in, and I like to kind of get the product on both sides of the brush. I like to start the pomade right here in this little crease. I don't start it all the way in the beginning or the front end of the brow, since I like to have that ombre effect. Just leave all this right here bare, because we're going to end up pushing product that way and blending it all together. And that is the way that I am able to get the easiest ombre brow. And I am just outlining the bottom part of the brow first. Once that is completed and you kind of know where you want to place your brow tail, and if you don't know, it also helps to find the front end or where to start. Just angle up from your nose, and that is where you're going to want to start. And then you're going to go at a 45, and that is where you're going to want to begin the arc. We're going to go right at the end of the eye. Place it there. That is where the brow is going to end. I already know, like, I've done this a million times, so I don't really have to measure them out, but if you are doing this for the first time, I mean, it's a good tip. Okay, so now that we've created this first line, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to start about the area where the bottom part begins as well. And I am just going to follow the natural shape of my brow. It's okay if you go over the lines, because I mean, if you prefer a fuller brow, then that's all you, and if you go over it too much, then you're able to clean it up with concealer. I will be showing you how to do all that. It's gonna look something like that, and as you can see right here, you can see where like my natural hair is, and I have drawn over and created my own angle, as well as fill in any of the sparse areas. I start from the back and start filling in there. That's typically where you want the darkest part of the brow to begin, and then whatever's left on the brush, I just start to brush it forward. Do that till we get to about where we started. We're just gonna go ahead and take the spoolie, start brushing upwards, and you'll see where that product kind of just shifts and moves around, and that's where you start to like ombre and everything starts to blend together. And we're just going to brush out any harsh lines that we have. We're just going to brush the brows down and how they naturally grow. If you feel like you've brushed out too much, go ahead with your angled brush and just fill it on in. Now you can see like one versus the other. You can also tell that I've created more of an arc, and then you can see the tail end on this side. We're still gonna carve all that out, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this brow just so you guys can see both of them get done. Now that we have applied the pomade, I'm just going to quickly clean the brows up. How I like to clean up my brows, I don't just like putting concealer right over it. I like to go in with a Q-tip. I've been doing this forever now, and I like to just kind of line my brow out, make sure that I clean it up that way first. And you can tell it does make a difference. You're not putting any concealer over the brow pomade itself and then it getting compromised with making it look all smudgy, and once the pomade and the concealer mix together it looks very muddy, and yeah, that defeats that whole purpose. We're gonna go in with the NYX Above and Beyond concealer, and this one is in the shade 04. And I like to use a concealer that is about either my shade to clean up or like a shade lighter. And then I'm just going to take this Morphe brush. I think it's just like a small smudgy brush. I start the bottom. Just outline my brow out. And if you clean up with, I do the top as well, and I just follow the outline of my brow. Then just taking the brush and blending out any of the concealer. Sometimes when you clean up the brow, you might dip into your actual brow just like that. Just go back in with whatever's left on your angled brush and just fill out that area. After you blend the concealer out with the brush, I just like to go in with my finger and just do a little bit more justice to it and blend that out, especially this top area, because I don't want it to look super like halo like. I just kind of want it to blend in with the foundation. Here is a closer look of how I create my ombre brow and my everyday brow. And this is all the products that I use as far as my brows go. Here is a little far away view, so then you can see it's just not all brows. But once I do have all the makeup on and my eyes done, lashes done, then it'll all come together. And I love my current brow routine right now. It's super easy, super simple. I like to also mention, I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but just now thought of it as I was doing my brows. In order for you to find like your brow shade, I know a lot of people have problems with that. Usually brunettes usually go with a shade or two lighter than their natural hair color. Blondes go a shade or two darker than their natural hair color, so then you can actually see the brows. But you don't want to go super super dark if you are a blonde or if you have lighter hair, because it'll definitely kind of throw it off. I know a few people that can pull off like the dark brows with like the blonde hair, but if you're trying to go for the more natural route or the route that you're supposed to do, then that is typically the rule. If you are a redhead, Anastasia has an auburn shade that works really well with redheads, and it does have like the red undertone in it. Your best bet as far as getting the brow shade that you want is just to go into like a Sephora or an Ulta and just ask maybe for some help, some advice, and they'll be able to match your brow shade and what works best for you. I guess that is everything for this video. Like this video if you found it helpful, and please subscribe to my channel. I try to upload at least twice a week now. I have definitely am starting to get into a new routine of things and just dedicating more time to my channel and wanting to just get more content out to you guys. If there's anything that you guys want to see, just comment down below, let me know. And if you do want to keep in touch, I'll list my Twitter, my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Snapchat, my vlogging channel around here. Definitely go check all that out. All the links will be down below as well. But yeah, that is my brow routine, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.